What's up, everybody? It's your boy Michi Black, and right next to me is Main Event RJ with the strap. Day 175, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Bro has to face the minivan again, though.
Nah, no.
He has to get his rematch because he cheated the last time.
No, that minivan they've done their job, but they're in the back of the line. They're gonna have to win a rumble or something. But until they do that,
you know what?
I
know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna send out my fire hydrant next. That's who's gonna get the strap from you next time. But as y'all know, everyone, when you see us two, you know we're here to talk about the sick shit with the motherfucking sickos. Now, sickos, as y'all know, we had two back-to-back 4-hour shows.
Yes.
Okay? Before I continue, I want to say I love graps. I love all the graps I ever get for 4 hours. That's 8 hours, and that's in 2 days. That's that. I love that.
For 2 weeks.
Now, in the matches we had, I loved all of them.
Yes.
Couple of them, I could have been like, I don't have to see it again, but I wasn't disappointed.
Right.
Okay, we got all that out the way, bro. TK, love you. Don't do that shit ever again.
Yeah, do that.
You can't. You cannot. If you're gonna do, you can't do it back to back, because again, we work, bro. Like we gotta go to work the next day. If you're gonna do something like that, at least start it earlier, because like I said last show, I don't give a damn about the West Coast. They're going to struggle just like us.
Yeah.
If you're gonna give us a 4-hour show, start that joint at 6 o'clock.
Yeah.
Let that joint end at 10.
I stayed up for this one. I didn't stay up for the first one. I stayed up for this one, and it wasn't too bad. Like I wasn't dead the next day, but I was just thinking about. I was like, bro, back to back weeks, that shit probably would have killed me. Like, and great matches. Don't get me wrong, really fun, but after the first 2 hours, bro, you just start seeing bodies moving. You're just like, man, I should just stop watching that. That 8-man tag, dude. I was just like, who's even in this? Like, it's been 3 straight hours. Who's even in this match? Like, I am not into this as much. And it's not a bad thing, but it's also like, bro, I can't sit through a 4-hour wrestling show like that. Listen to like a pay-per-view, because that stuff is like, after a while, those Paragon fools all look the same. Like, they're just 3 skinny white dudes at that point. I'm just like, man, great.
Because like as you know, they put Dynamite and Collision.
Yeah.
Pretty much in the 4-hour show, and like you could tell when it's Dynamite, and you could tell literally when it's Collision. If we're gonna do these 4-hour shows, you cannot have it like that. You have to split it up and everything, because like just like you said, when it gets to a certain point, you're like, damn, what is this?
Yeah.
Like maybe we could have had a face-off at the very end of the night. Or have a Swerve and Will at the very end of the night, because then you have people hyped. So
yeah, no, I can't do that one. I can't give you that. You cannot have that match. We're gonna get into it, but that match could not have invented this. After 4 hours, the match they put on, they made a good point to start off with this, but and I think that's kind of like, because you could argue that's a problem with Collision. Collision can kind of feel like that show where it's just wrestling, so it's not as interesting, because you can miss a Collision and not miss much, but you miss a Dynamite, you'll probably miss something. So after 2 hours, it's like, oh, I really needed to see those first 2 hours. Now it's just 2 hours of like, cool, Paragon's gonna be an 8-man tag match. Like, I don't mean to harp on it,
but I don't get how come they got back-to-back main events. No, sorry, the Don Callis family got back-to-back main events after these 4-hour spectacular shows. Like, why are they getting the main event?
I think because they knew
what are we getting to?
Were going to go down, because they were mixed, not mixed set. Was it last week the 6-man and this one was the 8-man or something?
Yeah.
So like, I'll be honest with you, dog. You don't need to see those matches. So I think because they knew ratings were going to be down, inconsequential tag matches were just the way to do it. So that way, Adam Cole, your TNT champion, doesn't get like missed out on being the main event. Kyle Fletcher, who you want to win that title, doesn't get cheapened out of the main event. And we all know nobody's sitting through those 4 hours. I know the ratings were pretty good for the first 2 hours both weeks, but after those 2 hours, that's just gonna sink. That's just because of timing and stuff. But also,
I think TK could have capitalized off it, bro. Because I feel like if you put better matches on, like for example, we had the Gates of Agony versus Redwood and BK in a street fight. Granted, they were in this, and I forget what city they were in, but they had their city-themed street fight, which is fine. But you could have had a match like that on one of the 4-hour events. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like we could have had matches like that.
But I argue that they risk getting overlooked because it's a 4-hour show. Because again, those ratings are
Ooh.
going to go down regardless because it's a 4-hour
Sure.
thing. So
Sure.
it's like,
Okay.
let's get some people some paychecks. Let's get them chances to put on good matches, and then if people see it, they see it type thing. Because I just don't think they wanted to waste anything like that. And to be fair, we're in the age of the internet. It probably would have been too wasted. If it was that good of a match, it would have been talked about. But it's more of a just like, hey, we got to do this. We don't want to do this. We would rather just do Collision on Saturday, but those NBA finals are going on. We got to move it. So let's just put on a show.
I hope this is TK's way of getting time to figure out a new day that he could put Collision on. Because I think Saturday, I think we're past the Saturday events. You know what I mean? Like for if you're going to be the B show, because look at it.
Yeah.
You had SmackDown move from Friday, from way back in the day, start on Friday on UPN, and then they moved to Thursday, and then at a point in time, for a very short point in time, they was on fucking Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't know if people remember, but SmackDown used to be on a damn Tuesday.
It sucked. I remember that. Yeah.
It was terrible. And now I feel like TK has a perfect opportunity because, as we know, the Fed has Monday, Raw, Tuesday, NXT, nothing Wednesday, Thursday. You technically have TNA, which is in partnership with the WWE partner.
I'm going to go challenge TNA if I'm being honest with you. But I was going to say
at the Friday you got SmackDown. So you already got Wednesday on lock. So the only other option you got is Tuesday, which is NXT, or Thursday, which is TNA. Who you gonna really want to beef with? This is an easy answer.
Hey, I would be dead honest with you. I don't I've been keeping up with NXT but not watching it. I'm challenging either of them. They're both terrible right now. That NXT scene, half the women's roster was the good reason, and they're gone. Yes. So I'm not watching.
Now hold on, because NXT, I will say this, like NXT right now they're in a dry spell. Terrible. But I will say this: when they get hot though, I'm locked. I'm like before Mello, Mad Dragon, all of them got pulled up to the main roster, I was locked.
Yeah, facts. So when they had talent there, yeah, I agree.
Yes.
The problem is it's only gonna get worse before it gets better because there's no new stars. Oba Femi should be on Raw right now, going for that World Heavyweight title against Gunther or Jay. If we want to go back before Jay lost, he should have been doing that. I'm trying to think who else. Tony D'Angelo is like a main story right now. Yeah. Sure. Trick Williams is the TNA World Champion.
But wait,
they are not.
Hold on though,
but then Wesley, they killed Wesley for me.
I will say this:
I'm not even excited for him anymore.
But here's the problem though: why would you really want to put Collision before Dynamite, which is your main show?
And that's what I was gonna say. No, you don't want to do that at all. I think the biggest problem with it being on Saturdays is just the fact that like a lot of stuff happens. Like the NBA Finals goes on a Saturday. WWE does their pay-per-views on Saturdays. That's the only problem with Saturday. But honestly, at this point, I think because they have the flexibility to move it, you should just keep it there. Just keep it there.
Why? Because you have to think about like.
Because I'm not doing Thursdays either. Because that's 2 back-to-back, and you know your next show is gonna be as as it's not like a normal. It's not like a SmackDown is to Raw, where it's like story here. It's more like Wednesday is Dynamite. That's all your story stuff, and then Saturday's like maybe some story stuff sprinkled in, but it's primarily wrestling. So I'm not oversaturating my fan base with that. When they know Saturday, you're gonna get your more wrestling oriented show. So just leave it over there, and we'll move it when we gotta move it. At least that's how I feel about it.
No, you actually make a really good point. You definitely make a good point about that, because you really truly think about it, like as you like before. I'm gonna say before they did the 4-hour shows, I was saying Collision was hot.
Yeah.
And like literally, and they were hot for like maybe like a good month, maybe month and a half. And before that, I was always shitting on it. So now, like as I'm truly thinking about it, like you make a point. Because there's some weeks like when I'm looking at the Collision card, I'm like, I have to force myself through it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Like, and like as a fan, like I can definitely admit that, because there's weeks where you have like some real good shit happening. I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta be locked. And then there's weeks I'm like, who we're having on the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There's also just weeks, man. Like, I don't like the worst part about the 4-hour shows, or like when they did move to Thursday for a couple weeks. It sucked going those many days on AEW in a row. Sometimes I just save Collision for like in between. Like when Raw's a real stinker, I'll watch it, Collision on Tuesdays. I'm cool, refreshed, and I'm ready for Dynamite on Wednesday. And I'm like, that's perfect for me. But like I said, I think it's too flexible and Collision just too wrestling oriented to like care about it. So it's like, it's not a bad, they should put stories on Collision more often, but when Wednesday has stuff like what happened on this episode, Wednesday's the best day of the week. It's my favorite day. I've been waking up on Wednesdays, whether I got work the next day or not, just like, hey bro, it's Wednesday, Dynamite day. I'm
bro's happy as hell.
Happy as hell, bro. Even in my darkest periods, Wednesdays, shit, I got something to do.
Speaking of Wednesday, because we might as well get right into it. Now that we got that out of the way, let's talk about some real. Yes, I love to see it. We had Osprey, my guy, bruv, versus Swerve. Not the first time. 2.
You know when they announce a match and you just go, on paper, this should be a perfect match, and they just have a good match. You're like, that was exactly everything I wanted. This is that. But it was a perfect match on top of it. I'm just like, dude, I love it here.
Now listen.
Like, come on, how are they going to have a bad match? They weren't gonna, and they didn't. And if
I will say this, though. I wouldn't know if people, I don't know if people caught in the beginning, though. You know, they had their little standoff, and, you know, they pulled each other close. And I'm pretty sure that was the brotherly, I love you. Yep. I got to fuck you up tonight.
Yep. I'm going to drop it real quick. Because he told him, what'd he say? Have you beaten John Moxley? Swerve said, have you beaten me? And he meant that shit. And he was going to show it again. You can't do it. And I like that. I love that for them.
Now, the match, I loved it. They were matching each other. They was matching each other's freak. I loved it. I loved the flippy shit. I loved how Swerve was putting this man through hell.
Yup.
Through hell, and bruv was answering back. I was actually pretty surprised that bruv was like, "You're not going to just bitch me all night long. I'm gonna have to show you what I can do."
I can show you why I will by God Osprey real quick. Hold on, let me hit this cutter off this rope real quick.
Bro, crazy shit, bro. But fast forward, we have a draw. Now,
wait, before we go for that, Swerve Strickland hit a dead eye, and I fucking love when they do that, bro. I screamed when I seen it. Because I'm sorry. Bro, that shit's crazy. I love that they keep doing that. And I'm like, you guys are so in love. Damn it. I fucking love. Because I freaked out. I talked about it when Hangman hit the big pressure. I saw him set up the dead eye. I'm like, oh, dude, they are obsessed with each other. And I love it so much.
I cannot wait.
I saw the dead eye get set up, hands up, cinema, perfect, and that is in-ring storytelling, and that's why it's so good. God, I was
gonna say that let me know right there. They're gonna tussle for the strap, if not this year, this year, next year for sure. And I cannot wait. I will see someone's house get burned again. Swerve. Burn his house with someone in it this time. Show him that you need that shit, bro.
That's crazy.
You gotta show him, because he burned his shit last year, bro. This year got burned the shit with someone inside, bro.
Hangman, that's the guy that trims your mustache, right? Just sets fire to that. I was like, excuse me, hold on a second. You can't do that. That guy's actually in there. You can't do that.
Nah, I swear. Because last year, Hangman, bro, was sitting there, just sitting there. I need that picture on my wall, bro. I'm gonna get it on my wall. Just sitting there with a burning house, drinking.
Hashtag not sponsored. A display of that would go so hard with the metal poster. Ooh, that shit would go hard. Can you custom order though? I might have to try to give me one of those.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But now, Swerve, you got up the ante now. You got to burn the whole crib with someone inside.
You might got to.
And you got sit on the porch, bro. You got to sit on the porch. And let that drum burn around you.
He got to send Hangman somebody's foot. I don't know whose foot, but somebody. He got to do something crib. I can't wait for that though.
But in all seriousness though, like then the match ended in the draw with Will and Bruv though. Yes. And I hated that.
Oh, I loved it, bro.
I hate it. Why we end the matches in the draw? No.
The swerve stop attempts where he slipped and couldn't get up there fast enough. Will Osprey still kind of dazed. Swerve looking down, you still can't beat me. I didn't beat you, but you still didn't beat me. That setup, perfect. And of course they were going to try and bait out 5 more minutes. Of course Swerve was going to be like, hey, man, let's do 5 seconds more. And you know who ruined the entire thing? That bald son of a bitch and his crew of bald people. That heat transfer, was perfect. Because it's like, oh, no, AEW, you did a time limit draw. I hate you. But then they said, guys, we're going to keep going. And then the Death Riders ruined it immediately. I'm like, perfect. Nah, they did that. So, that setup, hands up, flawless. That was a perfect setup for that. And I hate that you don't like this as much as I did, because that's crazy work. How do you not like the time limit draw for that? They don't do it often, so why be mad at it?
Bro, why? We had 30 minutes.
Yes.
30 minutes of great tussling.
Yep.
And you're going to tell me after I'm beating someone's ass for 30 whole minutes, I'm supposed to be okay with a damn draw? Yep. Bro, no. I'm not sitting here for 30 minutes to watch a goddamn draw, RJ. I'm not. Do not gaslight.
Bro.
Do not gaslight me to tell me that I'm supposed to sit here and enjoy a draw. Why am I enjoying a draw? Why can't Swerve be up 1-0?
He's up 2-0.
Yeah, 2-0. Sorry, 2-0. And bruv just gotta be like, damn, I lost. I gotta beat his ass. I gotta get the 1.
You wanna know why? Because there's 2 reasons actually. 1,
the
whole point of the match is you can't beat me, and he couldn't. It did go to a draw, but he's gonna prove it by keeping it going. They did the heel work with the Death Riders, whatever.
When he proved that if he wins.
Who? Swerve?
Swerve.
Yeah, but also, which is 2, you can't have Swerve win, because then Swerve has no reason to try to start getting pushed around for Hangman to be in the back or whatever. Like, if he wins, he's just not gonna listen to anything, right? So he's gotta not win, because if he does win, he's closing his ears. He's not hearing anything else. If you have Will win, you're already starting the turn for Swerve, but it's not going to feel natural. What they did after this is so much more natural for what they're trying to tell, which is Swerve now kind of going, because Swerve has to come to the conclusion to help Hangman himself. Will cannot be involved fully, or it's not going to work. That's how the story's going. That's why the draw works. What are you pondering over there,
bro? We still have a whole show, and I'm not trying to get up there, bro.
Well, no, that is the story thing, because right after the Death Riders got involved and the Young Bucks got involved, so like it also leads to that, which is also the next talking point. Why did they handcuff Swerve to that thing and then use his own shoes with spikes? That's crazy disrespectful.
Hold on.
That was crazy.
We're not gonna go past what you just said and think that like that's okay.
Yes, I'm right.
I'm
telling the story.
Bro,
I'm telling the story right now. I'm spelling it out for people that didn't understand why there was a draw. The draw was so that way they can get to the segment at the end.
But RJ,
yes,
here, like okay, I'm gonna try and be real calm when I tell you this, and I just want you to hear me out. So why couldn't Swerve win and we couldn't have what happened happen?
Because Swerve would still be justified and would not be listening to anything that happens or give a shit about what happens, because at the end, he's right. He won.
Okay, but RJ, we could have had it like this. Swerve wins, right?
Fair.
And then when, after he does his cheering, whatever, bruv gets up. He's like, hey, bruv, you got me this time only by this much, blah, blah, whatever. Swerve's gonna be like, nah, bro, like, you can't beat me. Like, I told you can't beat me. Boom, boom, bop. Then you have the Death Riders still come out and they beat them with the Young Bucks, who still have all this happen. They're fighting each other. Brothers try to help them out because, they're not supposed to be beating up on Swerve. Boom. We still have them be handcuffed to the John. Then now we could go into the next segment where the Young Bucks are crazy for putting tacks on the bottom of Swerve's shoe.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
And, bro, and bruv is crazy. He sprinted, slid into the ring, stood up and ate a face full of tacks and a bottom of a shoe. Yeah, I don't know who wrote this script.
Me,
but I know if I'm taking a foot full of tacks to my face, I need at least a $2 million bonus before
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, you're crazy. That's a safe spot. Them doing super kicks with tax. Yeah.
All right, RJ, watch this. Watch this. Yo, TTR, this is what's gonna happen. When I see RJ get about super glue, tax or Baba shoot, and he's gonna eat this foot full of tax.
Probably the safest spot in the world. I take.
And I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna take a picture of before and after, and you tell me if it's safe. Because
Darby took it last year while hanging upside down. He's on a mountain, I think. Still, I don't know. What
he is a moron.
Yes, that's why it worked. All right, but back to the spot, bro. That shit was what a fucking killer, and I mean killer shot of Will Osprey falling onto Swerve, and Swerve physically can't hold him to like grab him to make sure he's all right. Dude, I love
now,
that was
but even though I was disappointed in the time limit draw, I liked everything that happened after it though.
You would have hated Okada Omega 3, I think it was. That was, bro. A good time limit draw is so good. This is one of those. That was a good time limit draw. For
okay. I'm not gonna listen to you about these goddamn time limit draws. Anywho, I definitely like. I like though how when you seen Swerve's face, he really had a look of like concern for like a fellow quote unquote friend.
That's his brother.
Because he took a shot for him.
He took a bullet for him.
And now Swerve is going to have to repay him though. He's definitely going to repay him.
Well, it's not even just repay him. He's just like, that's my boy. My boy just got hit by that. I'm gonna have to break something now, because that's just how Swerve is, like character wise, and I love that for them. I'll just ask it now. Does this result in a tag match between the Young Bucks and Will Ospreay and Swerve Strickland for All In? Is that what that setup is? Because I saw that, and I guess. I mean, is that an All In thing?
If we don't do that at All In, what's an All In for Swerve and the Young Bucks? I'll wait.
Exactly. That's why it's like, I guess they do that. I wonder though, it's gotta involve the main event, right? Or I guess whatever the world title is, because we don't know what the main event is yet. Could it be like loser has to leave Texas right there and that makes it so the Young Bucks get neutralized out? But then also, if you do that, I kind of want the Young Bucks to be involved with Hangman winning, because I'd like them to come out and instead of helping Mox, they like leave or something. But I don't know if but it's also like Swerve and Osprey and the Young Bucks are just gonna do a good tag match anyways. So it's like, what do I have to complain about? So it's like, it's a weird.
I'd rather be at All In, honestly, because I feel like that'd be a pay-per-view match.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like that match will be. I don't know if it'll be a stipulation though, because I'm already thinking about it.
I think that's what I'm thinking about. I think because you want to.
Why would you want to stipulate? But why would you want to put it stipulate? Why couldn't it just be a regular match and just like?
I don't know. Maybe because like, I guess the stakes themselves could just be like, oh, well, they're beat up now, they can't help. But I also really want to see Swerve hit the Swerve stop on Mox to help Hangman pin him. So I guess like. It's
okay,
like,
if we're gonna do a stipulation,
right?
Then I'd rather be like a Texas street, not a death match, a street fight, a Texas street fight, or so like, you know.
I don't think it'd be I think it'd just be a street fight, because I think Texas death match is too iconic. I think they just do that.
Oh, okay. But yeah, a regular street fight, and then they beat the shit out of each other, and then
a tornado tag, just so when they're all together, so it's it's just them doing spots against each other. That'd be kind of fun. But I don't know, maybe just the idea of like it involving the main event is kind of, maybe I'm being too WWE brained here, where like night one Mania has to affect night two's, like maybe I'm just thinking too much like that.
Understandable.
But also,
I definitely get you though.
It is a weird tag match, but I guess it's been set up since Dynasty, where they jumped Swerve for.
Yeah. So he's gonna have to get his lip back, unfortunately.
I think if it's not the tag match, I think still the idea of him doing a handicap match against the Bucks and like winning that way was still kind of fun. But I think they're kind of past that now. I think they've well introduced him and Osprey into the hangman stuff, so you can't really do that.
Sidebar, I forgot to bring this up at like when we started talking about Osprey and Swerve, but you see how Mox was playing incognito.
Oh yeah. When they were just standing out there, then the Bucks he's like, okay, bye. Yeah. He's like, that's the exit that way. I'm going that way, man. He's like,
yo, bro, it's crazy. I mean, I just wanted to bring that up. Whatever they did to Hangman, though, I don't know.
We'll talk about that. But yeah, cut to the back. Will Ospreay's hurt in the back, and Hangman walks into the Bucks. The Bucks are like, we did it. Hangman, he's like, bring the world title back to the Elite. Hangman's like, hey, you gotta back up. you're not going to get in my business, Will's business, or Swerve's business, tells him to go away, they walk off. Nana's in the room with Will Osprey.
I was like,
I thought that's how it was going to end. But then Nana walks back and says, did you hear that? And Swerve said, yeah, I heard it. And I said, I love that for them. I love it. Because it's so cheesy, dramatic. And it's like, yeah, that's how I would want that reveal to go down. Because I just thought Nana was going to hear it and he was going to tell Swerve. And then Swerve was going to be like, oh, no, you misheard him or something. Or you weren't listening right. But I love the idea that he also heard it, so he cannot deny it. He's got to come out next week or whenever we see him again and go.
And address it.
Like, yeah, he did say to leave me alone. He isn't thinking about me like that anymore. Maybe I should. And that's going to let just a seed of doubt where he's like, fine. Maybe that with correlation with, Osprey taking the bullet. Maybe I do need to be the bigger man here. And it's being so well paced so far. I love that for them. I love it so much. It's my favorite thing in wrestling right now.
So, on to the next topic. I have a question for you that you know nothing about.
Bet. I love that for me.
So, next time we're going to talk about is actually going to be the Hurt Syndicate. And just them alone.
Bet.
For right now.
Right.
I want you to give me your honest opinion.
Okay.
What do you think? Actually, let me phrase that. Do you think the Hurt Syndicate is being ran properly and is a storyline going great? If not, do you think the Hurt Syndicate should be somewhere better than where they are now? Whether together or separately.
Dominant in singles and tag competition, the biggest thing on the show, constantly shown on TV with not in matches, in promos, if not in promos, in video packages. Constantly put up against good competition. Yeah, I think they're fine for where they are now, but I don't see it keeping the tag titles for much longer, if that makes sense.
No, yeah, most definitely.
I think the presentation changes soon, and it's going to be Bobby and Shelton in those singles competitions. And I think, of course, whatever they decide to do with MJF, as he's just... he's not just there. I do like his involvement there, but you know what I mean, where like those guys are the main focus for the Hurt Syndicate. But no, I don't think they're being ran poorly at all. I think they're in a very secure spot right now where they are.
So you don't think they're too dominant then?
No, not for what they are. I mean, if they weren't coming out to we hurt people every week, maybe. But their whole thing is, yeah, we hurt people and we take what we want. We took the tag titles. Come take them off us type thing. So, no, I think they're fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with them now. Now, when you put them in singles competition, if they're still doing this for nothing, it's like, okay, well, maybe we should look at them getting more story stuff. And maybe even just watching somebody take a loss here. Because if you are protecting them too much with no reward, it's like, well, then why are you protecting them? But I think right now they're fine.
Okay. I only asked you because I seen this on the internet.
Fair.
And someone asked, and like, there's like a whole comment section, like bunch of people like really like saying like, why are they being like this dominant? Like, like they're not jobbing to anyone or nothing like that. But I only asked that because I think, like, I agree with you for like what they are. Like, they're perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like they're having memorable matches. Excuse me.
Okay.
So I really think we're past that with them. I think they're more just like you said, hurting people and keeping it pushing. Like right now, I don't think we need to see Bob. I'm sorry. MJF got me saying Bob is funny. But I don't think we need to see Bob and Shelton and 20-minute bangers. I think we're past that.
Hey,
am I wrong for thinking that?
I'm down to watch Shelton wrestle everybody because Shelton's just a freak of nature. That guy, I love watching. That match he had with Kyle, I still think about that match a lot, and I can't wait to see them do that again because that was fun.
See, that was fun. I love that. I would rather why they had the tag titles. I wish TK would have put them in more singles competition, at least. You know what I mean? Not jobbing, because as you know, I hate when they put people that jobs to them because do that for the newer folks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you try to build up. But them, give me another show on Fletcher match. Give me Bobby versus Brody King.
Oh, dude.
crazy match.
Please.
Give me Bobby versus Swerve just for the hell of it.
Give me Shelton versus Brody King.
That'd be tough.
God.
Like, bro, like
So
give me
many
Ricochet
good
versus Shelton. Like, bro, we could have so many singles competitions that we could run just for the sake of fuck it, we're here.
I could argue that's the worst part, is that we're not seeing Shelton and Bobby put on these matches that we know they can put on. But even then, like, they're tag champions. If they weren't tag champions, that would be a more valid concern.
But no, we can't do that because we can have tag champions and we can still have them wrestle singles matches.
Yeah, but they're the tag champions, so they're going to tag.
What does that got to do with anything, bro?
How often were the Hardys just in solo competition? How often were?
What are we talking about?
The New Day right now we're in singles competition. Everybody was like, "Well, why are they doing that?" They're
because the ranking sucks now. But bro, back in the day,
but we didn't like them in singles competition because they should have been the tag division because that's the point of their heel turn was to go do tag stuff.
They are. You wrestle with people that's in the tag
singles competition that often because you're a tag team.
Why not? Why not?
Because why? You're a tag team,
bro.
You're a tag team member in a tag team division. You're supposed to.
Okay, so why? So Archie, so why can't you wrestle a singles match with someone else that's in another tag team? RJ, what's wrong with that?
Because why are you not in a tag match if you're both in the tag division? That's my question to you.
Because RJ.
Why are you not doing tag team matches? You're tag team people. Do tag matches. Jey Uso right now why tag people should be doing singles matches. That's why.
We're not talking about him. Well, bro, why? But I'm not understanding. If people could actually wrestle, why can we not have them just sit there and wrestle other tag team members in singles matches? Why? Like, because it'll get boring if we're watching the same tag team just wrestle literally 4 weeks straight to a pay-per-view and it's just regular tag matches. Am I right or am I wrong?
I kind of missed the point of what you said, but yeah, no, they're a tag team, so they do tag. I'm just messaging. I wanted to get you to walk off.
My God!
No. But yeah, no, they're not going to do singles competition because why? Also, they are bigger stars. They're not just going to put them out week to week because the same way Swerve doesn't wrestle.
It's the same thing. We literally had this conversation, and you were telling me how much you hated Top Flight and Crew wrestling week to week to week to week.
Yes.
Okay, so why can we not have
wrestlers? They're not draws. You don't want to overwork your stars, and those guys, they are stars, and they're the tag champs, so they're gonna do tag matches when they're doing it. I'm sorry, that is how it is. I'm not overworking Bobby Lashley, and I'm not overworking Shelton Benjamin.
Why is it an overwork if he's wrestled once a week? I'm not saying he does it every week, RJ. He wrestles this Wednesday, next Wednesday he does a promo, and like, what's wrong with that?
If you have 4 shows, and you have them wrestle twice, and they're your tag champions, tag team match, promo, tag team match, promo, because they are the tag champions. It says I'm not working 4 matches, I'm doing 2 matches that represent the titles that they're holding. So yeah, you're going to do tag matches. Because I'm not overworking my stars. And they are, I don't say unfortunately, because they've been a lot of fun. I'm not overworking my tag champions, not because they're a risk of getting hurt or anything, but because I'm trying to sell motherfucking tickets, and if one of them's too tired to work, I'm not putting him in a singles match against Kyle Fletcher again.
RJ, we're acting like we have a pay-per-view like back to back.
No, I'm talking about the 4 base shows, and the tag titles don't even show up on pay-per-view every month. What was the last? Because the last one they did at Double or Nothing, but before that, it was like a full cycle.
RJ, so what is the problem with them having singles matches if they're not going to be on the pay-per-view every month?
Because why is my tag champions fighting singles competition? They should be defending the tag. Because why would? Okay, I'm trying to figure out a good comparison here, but like, because nothing else works because everything else is like singles competition, so it doesn't work. I get, because why would my world champion be in tag matches week? Why is Moxley in a fucking 6-man tag every 2 weeks? That's a problem. You're a stable with multiple people in it. My world champion shouldn't be in that 6-man tag week to week. That's stupid.
Did we not see Pac tore his knee out? His knee, unfortunately, he got injured in the match. Am I right or am I wrong?
Hey, that's when you pick up a new member, respectfully. Y'all had Gabe Kidd in there for no reason, actually, because he went back to Japan.
He's in Japan. What did he do if he's obligated to be in New Japan? Tell me.
I'm not saying they need to get Gabe Kidd, but that means they're open to new members. Grab somebody else. I'm trying to think who's on the roster that isn't doing anything. If they're not working, they're like in ROH. So I mean, get somebody. I don't care who. Get anybody else. But Moxley shouldn't be in in tag matches every week.
Why not?
He's not a tag wrestler. He's the world champion of singles competition.
So what's wrong with having the main champion on TV?
He should be beating the out of the roster. Anybody who wants to challenge me because you want my singles title, come beat me in singles competition. You can't.
Okay, please clip this because this guy, I have to ask because I'm not understanding why is the problem. It's not like he's He's not like he's bleeding, bro. He's doing a simple graps. It's like a record, like he's doing a rec basketball game.
Yeah.
In a 6-man tag.
Here's the thing: we've talked about it before. A simple wrestling match could end somebody's career at any point on a centimeter of a mess up. So every week they risk their careers going into the ring. So I'm not putting them in there every single week unless I'm pushing story stuff or I'm pushing, good matches. AEW has phenomenal wrestling, but you don't need to overwork the stars because you need the stars to sell more tickets for your shows.
Okay.
So I'm not. If I have the face of Klondike bars on national TV, I don't want him going out there promoting salads at the Congress. Because it doesn't make sense. Like, well, I thought you were the Klondike bar guy. They're not going to buy Klondike bars. This dude's out here preaching for salads. Like, so your tag champion should be in tag team matches. And your singles champion should be in singles matches. Maybe an occasional tag team. Sometimes you got to do will they coexist? Sometimes you should stop it. But you're going to do that. What's
the point of him having a team then? If I'm a leader of a team, bro, if I have 8 of us, 4 of us go down because whatever reason. Another one goes down because he blew his knee out. We're down to the 3 of us now. And we have a tag match. I'm going to step in because why? I am a good leader. As a leader, I'm not going to sit here, rifle through Indeed and ZipRecruiter to figure out who will be a good spot to come in, fill. Well, I can do it myself.
No, good recruiter. You know what they should have did? He's terrorizing AEW. Force motherfuckers into those tag matches. Grab, Andrade by the back of his neck and say, you're going to go help us real quick for tonight. And you're going to join the Death Riders. Because that's what the point of them was. They were supposed to be scary. You remember when they had the baby faces in the parking lot ready to jump up because they were so scary? Have Claudio grab somebody by the back of the neck, say, you're going to be our tag partner tonight. And what are they going to do? Say no? And they say no, beat down the guy. And then grab somebody else. You're coming with us. That's perfect. They stopped doing the scary aspect on the Death Riders. I don't know why.
I will take that.
That sounds gas. I think that's better than what they're doing.
I'll clip that because I'll take that too. But before we got derailed talking about the damn Death Riders, Hurt Syndicate was facing Speedball, the Barefoot Assassin,
yes, sir,
and my guy, Kevin Knight.
Yeah, 2 of your guys. This was the 6-man tag. They got Mascara back. I would say Mascara.
Oh yeah. Mascara.
I am shocked that Commander was injured. That sucks. I feel like he's been so much fun to watch. I hope he recovers.
So I'm putting okay. Yeah. Yes, my love. Thank you. We're talking about Hurt Syndicate, Ball and Company. All right, go ahead. You can start out now.
Yeah, no, what a phenomenal. But MJF is such a loser. He's just like us. He loves wrestling so much. He hides behind this little character he has where he's like, oh, you guys are such a mark. You love this shit. Because why are you coming out in MVP's outfit? And it had the MJF on it. Like, it wasn't like, it was a custom.
Yeah.
I love that, though. That's so much fun. I wonder how often he's going to use it. Because I know they set up that match for next week against Mystico. I wonder if he's going to come out a red, white, and blue one because he's talking about the Mystico.
I want to talk about that too. I think
that'll be funny if he does, but I don't think he does. I think they just did that for the kind of the joke for this week, but I don't think he'll do it again. But I thought that was a great idea.
I'm going to say this. With the times that we in, before the times that we're in now, I always said I hated it.
Oh, yeah.
Because honestly, I think he did last year.
Yeah.
I definitely me and you talked. I definitely said I hated it. How can I say? It wasn't funny to me, and I like dark jokes all the time.
Yeah.
But nothing his how his character was. It wasn't for me. Not like MJF. I love the scumbag. I love him cussing people out and everything. But that gimmick right there, I don't like it. I just never liked it.
There's like two good things. It was the promo he cut with Will Osprey before their All In match, and when he went on Wrestle Talk and just ripped into him. Like that was funny. Yeah. But other than that, I wasn't.
Yeah, I never went into it. Not like, huh?
I think we talked about that enough. Like it just wasn't. An American gimmick never gets over with me. But I mean, that's just me. Maybe there was a dude that loved that gimmick and he wants it back. Mm-hmm. And he said it was a one night thing that he's gonna bring back the Mr. America thing. I hope he holds that promise because Mr. America, the Hurt Syndicate. I don't think that's gonna work.
But we'll see. Like I don't want to be that guy and be like the Debbie Downer. Like, oh, you the guy that don't like jokes. Like, no, I'll laugh at fucking everything. But like this one time. It wasn't for me. However, him spitting on I forget whose mask it was. He spitting on it. I'm all for it. Do it again.
Wow. So you're okay with racism, huh? Yeah, no, that was crazy. He is really leaned into the stealing masks thing, and it's so weird because there was just no build for that at all. Like, he's a scumbag, so I guess that's the build.
Yeah.
But like. Jericho was hunting masks recently with Bandito. That was his whole thing for a few weeks. But MJF had not indicated that at all until they're like, we kind of want you to fight Mystico. He's like, I'll spit out some masks.
But I hope, though, the mask that he did spit on, also, I really hope it wasn't dude's real mask and it was just like a fake one, you know what I mean? Because that would be some crazy shit to spit on like your real mask that I have to put on every day. Well, like, you know what I mean?
They have multiple masks. It was probably just one of them. He probably just
no, that's what I'm saying. I'm hoping I just hope it's one of them throwaway masks. Like, hey, I'm about to really spit on it, bro. Like, I don't want you to put this back on your face.
He'll probably wash it. I think he'll be okay. I think he'll be okay. No, why do you act like spit is gonna stay on forever? It's spit. He'll just wash it. It's a mask. He didn't put it right back on his face. It's just a mask. He'll be all right. I'm learning something new about you. You a germaphobe over there? Is that what that is? Is that what this is? Because have you never washed a shirt? You ever spit out a shirt and just put it in the washing machine? It'll be fine.
No, that's fine. Like if I do it myself, but someone else's, no, I'm throwing the shit away.
Okay. Yeah, we disagree heavily on that. That's the point of a washing machine. But I mean, yeah. Sure.
Are you crazy?
It's spit. I'm not gonna lick on it. It's gonna go in the washing machine. It'll be fine.
Nah, that's insane.
If you get spit on the face, you're gonna take your face off? Like, it's a shirt.
That's different. I'm a disinfect it with bleach and rubbing alcohol.
What do you think you're gonna do with the washing machine? You can disinfect the shirts.
No.
Or a mask.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
Oh, you're crazy. Please clip this too, because I got questions.
What?
You're telling me.
You've never washed something. You never had a shirt or not shirt. Let's say you're walking outside. You didn't put shoes on. You ran out real quick, stepped in dog shit, and then just cleaned out as much as it is, and then just put it in the washing machine. You've never done that before. You're just throwing clothes
outside.
Away. Okay.
Walked outside barefoot.
He's a jerk.
Barefoot.
No, I didn't say barefoot. I said with socks on because the point of it was the article of clothing.
That's barefoot still.
All right, this guy.
And yes, I would throw the socks away. It's done.
That's crazy.
Someone
can't afford new socks.
Bro, I'm throwing this shit away. What are we talking about?
I'm not agreeing with you.
So you're telling me if you stepped in dog shit right now in socks, you're not gonna throw? You're gonna put it in the washer?
Not with my other clothes, probably. Oh, okay. I want to take that back. I buy socks in bulk, so maybe that was a bad example. I mean, I still stand no. I'm if I get if somebody spits at me and it hits my shirt, I'm still not throwing the shirt away. I don't care. That's crazy. That is absurd. That's absurd work. I think the socks analogy was too broad and also too gross.
Nah, that's crazy. We're getting back to, oh my God, that's crazy. I learned something new about you, RJ. Oh my God.
Spit is.
Maybe I'm the germaphobe. Maybe I am a germaphobe because that's crazy.
Because I just can't believe spit is a deal breaker when washing machines exist.
Bro, you already know if we're wrestling, you already know I don't want no spitting on me. That is insane to me.
If you're wrestling, you get over it because when you're talking, you risk getting spit on. So
no, that's fine. No, bro, that's fine. If we're talking and whatever you act and you actually spit on me, that I'm cool with that. Shit happened. When I'm talking about intentionally spitting on me, bro, there's no way I'm taking that.
It's the same shit. It's just.
RJ, so you gonna let someone spit on you, bro?
No, but if they spit on me, I'm gonna deal with it, and I'm gonna wash the shirt and wear the shirt a different day.
No. I'm talking about wrestling, RJ. If someone spit on you, you're okay with that during a match?
If it's part of the story, We keep seeing it in matches where people spit on each other.
And I see it all the time. That's disgusting, bro.
Yeah.
I'm wrestling or not.
Yeah, it's a wrestling thing.
We're back to the show, bro, because you're killing me. Anywho.
We're going to talk about this afterwards. That's crazy work.
Bro, there's no way that you gonna tell me that we're gonna wrestle and I just gonna come in this while we're in a grapple. I'm gonna say, hey, bro, I'm a hop to and spit on your shit right now. Just take it.
But if I'm wrestling MJF because I want to do a spot where you like miss a punch and I spit on you, you do the dramatic like wipe, like fine, yeah, it's a match. He's a heel. It's like whatever. But I'm not gonna be like, hey, because I'm not gonna walk up to MJF. Hey, bro, you trying to spit on me this match? Like, no. But if it's part of Marina Shafir just did it to Kenny Omega at Anarchy in the Arena for that spot to piss him off, and what it led to, the Snapdragon on Marina Shafir. So yeah, like if it's part of the match setup, yeah.
All right. So I like to say though, I do like Jet Speed, the new team Jet Speed of Speedball and Kevin Knight, because bro, they're like, what's one for? They're so cohesive with each other, bro. Yeah. Like they just look like they're meant to be a team.
Individually, like, so good, but when you pair them together, they work so well, and I love that for them.
And I wouldn't be mad if they were the team to dethrone the Hurt Syndicate.
I was gonna ask that question too, so I'm glad you brought it up. At All In, I mean, you can do it right there, and then you start Bobby and Sean on their singles runs going in. My only problem is, again, do you have the Hurt Syndicate lose their first All In? That's a question they gotta answer, but they seem like they're really into putting people over, so like they love the business, they want to put it over, so I think they'd be down. But I can understand, they're like, hey man, we're just gonna let you guys win, not against them, but like in general, like we want you guys to win your first All In. You've been really good to us. You've been high merch seller since you got here. We want you to win a big match on a big show like that. So could understand that, but I am so down for Speedball and Kevin Knight to take those tag teams.
I hope though, my boy Kevin Knight's on the Speedball. I was like, hey, bro, I got some shoes for you, bro. You gotta get some shoes.
I would love for them to have like a skit thing back and forth where he keeps trying to get him to put on shoes and he doesn't put on shoes. That'd be kind of funny. He's like, hey, fam, I got you these really nice shoes. He goes, and the Speedball just looks like, oh, these are nice. He just like puts them in the bag and then they go out to fight the match. He just,
that would be funny. That would be kind of funny. Clip that. That would be funny as hell.
Where he just he doesn't outright tell him to put shoes on, but he keeps like, hey man, some shoes.
He's hinting at it. Yeah. He's hinting at it just so we can see him finally have some goddamn shoes on his feet. Because, bro, you cannot be walking around with no shoes on your feet, bro. Like, we just cannot be doing that. You just kicking people in the face with your bare bottoms. Crazy. Your bare bottoms under the bottom of my lip, bro. I will be paralyzed.
I know. I saw a clip. I think it was when Speedball first got there. Somebody had their hand out for a high five and they kicked their foot. I know for a fact you would have cut your arm off right there. You would have done it in real time. Pull a machete out of thin air. Just can't let those germs.
Bro, I went right to the bathroom wash that shit off because no way you just did that, bro.
I found it funny. I would have loved that. I think I tweeted a joke about like grabbing his foot and then like holding it like hands or something, like just as a joke. And I'm like, yeah, that's funny. But I know for a fact you're cutting your hand off. I can imagine the foot touches and immediately you just see your hand go up and you run up the stairs. Like you can see it on the camera, you running straight up the stairs to get out to the bathroom. Because I know it's not going to happen.
Oh my
Bro's
God,
not taking the foot treatment. He's like, nope.
Nah. Please. Bro, I'll be, and especially when we're on camera, bro, I'll be so serious. Like, please not the foot, not the foot.
It would be a picture of horror, of sheer, you would have thought Speedball walked up to him with a gun. If you saw Meech's hand out and a foot going towards it, you would thought Speedball was gonna shoot him in the back of the head. It would be. I would love that. We need to go to a meet and greet and have you take a picture like shaking hands, but instead you're shaking his foot, and that's.
Oh my God! I don't know, bro. I don't know.
I instantly thought like, man, Meech would never take that high five. You would have, if you had the time. You're hitting this. You're hitting the nope.
Man, bro, I'm telling you, I'll be locked. What you gonna do? Like, bro, if he gets his stance, I'm like, nah, I can't, no, bro. I can't.
I've seen you do this before. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. I'd high five his foot, but I also would, rewash a shirt that got spit on. But to continue on. But yeah, no, I love them as a team. I think they are really fun to watch, and putting them in tag settings it just works out phenomenally. So seeing them take the tag titles, I'm down for that. I'm so down for that.
And before we continue, I want to say Mystico is going to be facing MJF, and I think that's going to be a banger. Even though MJF is going to have the American gimmick, all that aside, I still think that's going to be a banger of a match. I hope, maybe, I want Mystico to win.
I want him to. I don't think he is, which kind of sucks. But also, I don't want them to keep doing this mask thing because it's not going to go anywhere, really. Unless they're setting up for All In with him fighting a different luchador. But Mystico's a really big luchador in Mexico, so I don't feel like they would set up for that unless it would be that match. So I think Mystico just takes this win. I think it's going to be a fun MJF match. And I don't think you understand how excited I am to see AEW in Arena Mexico. I'm so excited. Like, those shows are always so good.
It's supposed to be, but they're going to be in Mexico, right?
They're going to Arena Mexico. Is the
you rate they're going to have Mexico lose in Mexico?
Exactly, that too. That's why I don't think they're going to do it. If they were setting up a second match where Mexico gets that big win, but it's like you're going to Mexico, that's his stomping ground. Why even do that? But yeah, and also I think MJF's just going to do something else. Probably, I don't know.
What else will he do?
I don't know. And I keep thinking about that. There's a lot of people where I don't know what their all-in plans are. They only announced, 2 matches? So it's like, don't know what anybody else is doing right now. It's an interesting thought process. We could probably even do a whole pod on that, deadass. Like, trying to theorize who's doing what.
All right, we gonna keep that in the tuck. I like that. I definitely do. Now after that, we had a video package of Okada and Omega. Usually, I'm a person that you had like certain video packages. You have to wow me. When Julia Hart first came back, I thought that shit was tough. That was tough. This joint was crazy.
Yeah, I think
this joint was crazy.
Important because this is a very historic rivalry, and I think that video package did it justice. What I suggest
this is the last time, right?
Probably not. It's probably not the last time. They'll probably do it again, but it'll probably be a while before they do it again. This is their 5th match or whatever. It's Kenny up to 1 draw and Okada at 1, I think is where they're at. So I'll, depending on where that goes, they'll probably figure out how to do another one somehow. But those matches are so good. I would suggest watching them. They're the reason why I got back into wrestling in general a couple of years ago. So I would suggest watching them. But if not, really good video package to really sell why these two are fighting. Because if you've never heard of these two before, you can understand it's like, oh, they're just rivals or whatever. But that really showed you, they are really rivals. They are not intended to cross paths, but they are going to, and they have. So I love that video package. I wanted to talk about that because they really did put over how important this match is for not just those two, but really American wrestling to get a rivalry so deep in non-US soil. It's so interesting. I can't wait to see that.
Now, as you know, before I started watching the dub fully a year ago, I didn't really know a lot of wrestling outside of the Fed. And I knew a couple things here and there if I seen it, but I really didn't know until I got into the dub and really tapped in. Bro, I'm not gonna cap. I'm always seeing Kenny Okada saying everyone yo, watch this 3rd match or the 2nd match or whatever. And I tapped into a couple of them. I'm like,
they're good.
I'm excited. Yeah. I want to see Okada at 100% though. I'm tired of seeing bro only give us 5% extra than the last one. This last time he fought, I feel like we were at a good 50.
He woke him up. Speedball woke him up for that match. It was so
just
good.
a tad. Yep. Just a tad. We're at 50%. I was like, oh, Okada can really hoop.
It's his greatest rival. He wants to tie it up. He's gonna have to turn it on. I can't wait. I'm so excited for that match.
I'm excited. I'm really excited too, bro.
Oh, wait, 3 matches. Did they announce 3 matches for this then, or for this card? But man, 3 just it's a good card when all 3 matches can main event. All of them could, and I'm so excited. The show is. I requested that day and the day after off. I'm so excited for All In this year.
Okay. I was making sure. Cause I'm about to say, wait, isn't the match at All In? But I thought you were talking about Area Mexico. So I was like, what the fuck?
Oh no. Mexico, yeah.
But I want to say this though: the belt that they're going to have when they combine it, though, I definitely think is doo doo. I'm not gonna spend too much time on it because the belt's just ass. I feel like if we're going to combine it. Also, the name is stupid too. Sorry, the name is fucking dumb.
Is it it's the Unified Championship? Is that what it's called? I don't like that at all. Dude.
It's so idiotic. I feel like we need to come up with another name. I've been cool with Intercontinental. I don't give a damn if the Fed got it. I don't give a damn.
I think it's because them and also New Japan have it, so maybe they just don't want to get mixed. The International Championship it's such a good name. I love that.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll be cool with that too.
The Undisputed International Championship is fine. That would have been perfectly fine. But dog, how long? It's been 2 weeks. I said I fucking love that belt and I wanted a replica of it. They're getting rid of it for that ugly doo-doo from a butt belt. I hate.
That shit was so ass.
My heart broke when they showed the table at the contract signing and they saw there was something covered. I was like, they're gonna change my belt.
But hold on,
so sad. I don't even like the Continental design that much, but I like that one better than what they're changing it to.
But I like that they're adding Kenny and Okada's silhouette.
Yeah.
To the strap. I definitely like that. I'm like, all right, that's kind of tough. But the strap ugly as shit though. The strap is definitely ugly.
It's like weird oval shaped and stuff. It looks dude, I'm disgusted.
But I'm gonna need to see it. Maybe I need to see it on someone to maybe it'll change my mind. Cause just sitting there, it's like, what the hell is this? But maybe around someone's waist or on their shoulder, I'm like, okay, I can see this.
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still better than WWE's world title. Like, god damn, it's just maybe it's because I'm just too attached to the international title. I love that belt and its lineage and all the matches it has. So maybe once they're like, hey, these belts are gone. This is your title, and I'll see it be in good matches, and I'll get used to it. But I'm so pissed at that belt, man. And maybe they all love it. Maybe everybody in the back saw that and they're like, oh, this is one of the best looking belts we have. But me as a fan, I'm not a fan. And also,
I'm not a fan of this.
If you're gonna just get rid of the international title, my address is it's like, dude, please. But yeah, no,
I also want to say something because we also got to talk about Okada real quick. You see how he sided with Don Callis? Crazy shit, right, bro?
Because again, it shows desperation in Okada that he has to beat Kenny. Because why would he? See? And they kind of hinted at him not joining with Don Callis earlier in the night, kind of canceling out that idea. It was really well done. I saw somebody say, I was convinced they were going to set up a tag team match for next week, and they didn't. And I'm like, good. I'm glad they didn't. Because I'm glad they would have gone.
No, I want to see Okada like he's really like struggling to like damn, like not struggling. Sorry, he's stressing.
Yeah.
Because like damn, like I really gotta beat Kenny Omega. Not just like I gotta beat like the god of pro wrestling, like as y'all like to call him. Like I want to like that's why I got I want to see all of those emotions between now and all of it from Okada. Yeah. Like I feel like right now we gotta retire the bitch shit on a weekly basis and only for when he's being like dead ass shit like ayo. Like I need to be like real serious right now.
Yeah, he dude, and then they tried to kill my goat off. Like, how dare you?
Ooh.
Kenny, dude.
Oh.
They hit him in the stomach. And
oh my god!
I know for a fact, and I don't know Kenny Omega personally. I never talked to the man. I know for a fact he was sitting in the hospital bed like, I'm gonna choke. I'm gonna spill out so much blood when I go back to wrestling. He loves selling this gut injury, which to be fair, he almost died from. So
most
he's
definitely
valid for doing it, but he loves that spot, bro.
Bro, I want to know like who
do it.
Do it as hard as you can.
Hit me.
Now, do you think Kenny's gonna be like, all right, now it's my turn to beat your ass? Or you think we're not going to get that because he's teaming up with the Don Callis family now?
I think the rest of the time will be Kenny trying to get his hands on Okada again, and then they either get away because there's 40 of them, or they jump him and they beat him up again. Dude, Don Callis
said there's 40 of them. You're not lying though.
There's so many motherfuckers in that group, and half of them are not relevant.
But I think we need to make them relevant now, though. I think we need to be done. I think we need to be done trying to add people now, and we need to have the people that we have and start actually utilizing them.
Don Callis is setting up for a war that nobody's fighting. He just got an army for no reason. He's got monsters.
We don't know that though. We don't know that though, because bro could have we could have a story he's gonna have a fucking war.
He might have to. He's got an army set up for no reason. He just has one.
Not for no fucking reason. Get the fuck out of here.
Feels like no reason. Nobody should. Why doesn't Don Callis go take out the Death Riders? He's got 40 dudes. Go get them. There's a world title over there that you're not focused on right now.
Because why would he want to take out the Death Riders? You don't want no smoke with them.
World title? I mean, you're not lying. But also, why would you not want that world title? You don't think that world title look good on Kyle Fletcher's six-pack right there? Come on, son. I mean, he's not there yet. They clearly want him to do the TNT title first. But, I mean, Come on, bro. That little the flex in the point with the world title. That's just gonna be. I can't wait for that. But that's a Will Osprey thing, so we got to get through Hangman first. We got to get to Hangman first. Don't look at me like that. We don't like Kyle Fletcher on this show now?
I never said that, but
that just seems like
he doesn't. The world titles is crazy.
Right, I'm not saying now. We got the rest of 2025, all of 2026. I plan to live to 2027. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, we're like, he's got time. He's like 22. He's like 28. But like, you know what I mean? He's got time. I'm not saying this second. I'm just saying in general.
No, you just had to clarify because I was worried. Cause I'm like, bro, like he's talking like bro's about to win it tomorrow.
No, of course, because like I said, he's focused on the TNT title right now, and I think that's a little below him. But I mean, Kenny Omega has the international, so so the other times I feel important.
Touche.
I did want to say they seem to want the new title, the doo-doo from a belt title, to be more important than a mid-card title. Kind of hinting that it's a world title, a second world title, which is interesting.
Would Collision get his own world title?
That's what I'm thinking. And personally,
I'm okay with that.
That match setup, like if you go to the international titles like lineage of who's held it and what matches they have, it's kind of a second world title already. I said that I felt like it was already a second world title, so I'm down for that. But also, you gotta have to tell more stories on Collision with that belt. Then you're gonna have to, because that's gonna be important. It is a workhorse belt. It is a wrestling belt, but you probably should tell some stories alongside it. Well, I mean,
I agree.
We'll get there when we get there.
Now that we're at the end of the show, because I feel like we saved the best for last.
Yes.
Maybe it's just me, but I love women wrestling. I love seeing women grabs all the time.
You should.
TK, all I ask, can you give us a little bit more?
Facts.
And like,
Two more
and can you give us matches where they lead to something? That's all I ask. That's all I ask.
They kind of did. I mean, it was 3 full matches, which we don't normally get. Usually it's like 1 per show. So having 3 on the show it's not enough. It should be more, but it is nice to have 3 full women's matches, no squads.
We had 3 full women matches, and we had 1 woman promo, kind of, sort of. We had a promo.
Yeah. Also, I mean, Willow Nightingale's on the show. She was in a mixed tag match, but she was still on the show. You know.
But I just want to say.
Side note: I'm so pissed. I'm missing out on that bomber jacket. I wanted it so bad. I missed the announcement, and then the next thing I saw about it was them saying it's ending soon. I'm pissed about it. But yeah. All right, prayers for me in the chat. Prayer hand emojis for me in the chat. I'm sad about it. But yeah, no. So.
I want to start with. You actually have it here. Tony and Julia. As you know, I could care less for Tony at this point. Like, I'm gonna be. It might sound biased. I'm sorry. Yeah. I'm just letting you know you're gonna be real disappointed. But Julia did a lot better than Tony.
Sure, but I feel like these matches just feel like more Mercedes dinner plans than anything. I kind of.
Nah, I love her. Yeah. She's just at the announce table, just sitting there eating steak like it's nothing.
My favorite part of that was Nigel McGuinness like shouting compliments to Mercedes, even though she's all the way over there. You can't hear her at all. He's like, "I'm so glad to be graced by your beauty, Mercedes." It's like Nigel, you just like me for real, but calm down.
Nah, Nigel's fucking hilarious. But I loved it though, and I loved how she took a picture while she's eating while Tony was wrestling. Well, I love that. I love how she's like how they're interacting with each other. I love this. I honestly love the story and how it's going. Yeah. Because it's entertaining as hell. Like like I'm literally laughing watching her eat a goddamn steak during a match. Julia, she's doing her thing. I hate that she has a job to Tony.
Job? What? Losing to the world champion on TV? That's not a job. That's good. Nobody's above the world champion. You should be losing to the world champion unless you are the next world champion. What are we talking about? Will Osprey got pinned by Swerve on pay-per-view. He's supposed to be.
I don't know why.
I don't care how you feel about Tony. She's the world champion. She shouldn't be getting pinned.
I know that's fine too, but I'm not understand why there's an issue with the champion losing once in a while in a non-title match. Like again, RJ. Like
I'm not doing this again. I'm not editing all this. We're not.
Bro, because we're making it seem like it's such an issue.
It is.
Like
it's terrible. Nobody should be losing to a world champion on a random episode of Dynamite ever.
Why
Dynamite, Raw,
not?
SmackDown.
Like, I'm always going to ask you.
I'm going to give you the same answer every time. Because the world champion should not look weak. Losing to a random on a fucking Wednesday is not a good look. It's not a good look.
Bro, but it's not looking weak. It's not looking weak, bro. What is wrong with Tony? And no matter how much I dislike her and whatnot, like, there's nothing wrong with her losing to a cheesy roll up.
There's a lot wrong.
Mercedes coming in, distracting her, and Julia catching the dub. Like, I'm not sure what the issue with that is. Because you could build a story. Can you not build a story from that?
It's a terrible story. It makes your world champion look weak. Your world champion shouldn't be getting pinned by anybody. But on this show, we had a tag team match between Ty Mello and her first match back in, I think, over 2 years. That's what they said. And Anna Jay versus Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford. This was fun. They really want that tag division off the ground. And Ty Mello looked good. He was strong. He looked good.
I hate how you just segued into the next segment.
Yeah, I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing it again. I'm not discussing this again. So yeah, Ty Mello looked phenomenal. She looked good out.
Fine. I'm gonna keep it a bean though. I know who that was until sorry. I did not know who she was until I got on the internet and I seen who she was married to. And I'm like, okay.
Fair, but also
now I'm not judging her based on that. I'm just saying I didn't know who she was until I seen. Yeah, Are you judging her based on that?
I knew who she was. I looked her up before. I knew who she was. So I mean, I don't care who she's married to. I don't give a shit.
Oh no! Because you made a face, I was like, oh, you're judging her. Like, did she do bad too? Like,
no, I'm on your side because like she hasn't been on TV for a couple of years. It's been a while. They didn't give you an Okada Kenny like promo package beforehand, so I understand why.
Which is always their down. I'm gonna say this, which is always a downfall for certain people because the next person we're gonna speak about, we kind of knew she was coming, but for Tay Mel, like, I really wish I knew like a little bit more about her, like. What can she do in the ring? Like, what happened? Like, obviously, like, we know she had a baby and stuff, yeah. But like, we could have got something out of it, though. You know what I mean? Like a return. Like, we have fucking Mysticals coming back, and we got at least some for that. Yeah, like for her, we could have got a promo, something, bro. Am I tripping for thinking that?
Well, she got the spot last week where she interrupted Anna Jay getting beat up and had the big stare down with Megan Bates. That was her return.
No, RJ, no.
That's a good thing. She got a reaction.
No, that's a good thing, but no, that's fine. But for the people like me and you who don't know who she is, we could have got some.
Google exists. If I don't know who somebody is, I look them up. That's all I do. That's fine.
But why? Well, why? If I'm watching the product, why can't I get a promo?
Because there are a billion people on this planet.
I keep calling it a promo. I mean a vignette. Sorry.
Vignette, video, but yeah. Because there's a billion people on this planet, I'm not going to learn everybody. It's just not possible. So whenever somebody comes out, I'm going to look them up and see who they are. That's it. I do not care. Their history, if there's something that I look up and they're like, hey man, this match was good, I'm gonna watch the match. That's it. And if you don't got time to watch the matches, that's perfectly fine. But I'm not mad that she got a big return angle and then that was it. Because that was her big return angle. She hasn't been like dead. She's just
bro. I'm not saying we need to have cinema and we need to have like movie equipment. No, we could have had something like Julia. Simple.
But I think Julia was a bigger star, a bigger name, because people were genuinely upset. She was a TBS champion when she got injured. So I would argue it's like what she got was fine. She got a moment, which is just as good. She didn't just come out and stare down Megan Bayne. She got to throw hands with Penelope. I don't know why I keep forgetting her name.
So why couldn't we get a layer 20-second video package before she came out then, RJ?
Why?
Why
waste the production cost to do it? No disrespect to Ty Mello, but like why? She's not gonna be challenging Mercedes Mone post All In for the world title. So why?
Okay, that's fine. What is wrong with introducing her to the new fan base that you get with AEW? If she hasn't been,
they gotta pay people to make the video. They gotta pay to air it. It's time and money. It's just that simple. Not everybody's gonna get a video package because not everybody's Okada Omega, so not everybody needs a video package. When Sammy Guevara comes back to TV, did they do a video package for him either? No, because it's Sammy Guevara. Who cares?
Well, that is completely different.
No, it's the same level. They're the same level where it's like, oh, he's been gone for a while, not very popular, not a world champion level player, even though they kind of wanted him to be.
We're not even going to talk about, but we know what, RJ. We know why it's like that for Sammy.
Oh, they don't
We
care.
we know why.
That's more fan backlash than anything. They don't care though. If he was
Yes,
making
they do.
if he was selling $2.5 billion worth of merch, they do not care. They wouldn't give a shit. Let's be honest with ourselves. They don't care about that one comment. He still has a job with them. If they cared that much about it, he wouldn't be there. Especially since she's in the company as one of their biggest stars. Believe me, they do not care anymore. It's more of it's not a forgive and forget. It's like don't do that shit again and be nice, and that's it. They do not care about it.
I'm going to the next one because you're killing me, bro.
He's a non-factor. That's just how it is. Not everybody is a big return or a big thing. Because, like, I'll be honest with you, I watched Ty Mello's matches before. I couldn't give you a big, like, oh, this was her big breakout star moment. So what's the video package going to do? Oh, an average wrestler come back. Like, that's it. It's just what it is. It's not an insult. Not everybody's a world champion. It's just, that's how it is. I say she can't get there, but where she is right now, it's not a thing for her right now. It's not in her cards to be like that big return with the, oh, it's just so important video package, because she's just not that talented right now. And she might never be. Or hell, she could be the main event for All In next year. We don't know, because she just got back. That's why I'm saying she didn't need a video package or a vignette or nothing. Not everybody. You know what? And I'll compare it to Tekla, because she's also the next match. Her little spider secret thing, that was big because she was from Japan and wasn't signed. It has a bunch of lore that they were going to bring over with her. So, of course, she got, like, the video package, the spider thing, because she is completely new. But Ty Mello is just an AEW women's wrestler that left to have a baby. I think she was injured, then left to have a baby, and then came back. There's nothing that crazy about her. She's not a big star from somewhere.
Please clip this, because I'm so
not
bad. I'm like really not rage baiting, or like I'm just trying to create anything, but I'm really baffled that like you really think that like she doesn't deserve like some type of video package, bro. Like I'm not saying like we need to see cinema level type video packages. I'm not saying that, but a couple of Jones where she's doing something crazy here and there, she goes up, voices over, say, "Yeah, I'm coming back," blah blah blah, and you know, like little something. You're telling me that she doesn't deserve that?
I don't think deserve is the right word. It's just she's not that impactful of a player. It's not even what you deserve or don't deserve. She's just not that crazy of an impact for the Ty Mello merch is not about to hit #1. I'm sorry, it's not. Like I saw like 3 tweets about her coming back. It's not a mean thing. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just being realistic. Not everybody's gonna get that big like welcome home return thing, because respectfully, some people just aren't the same level of stars. They're just not. Okay. Jamie Hayter didn't get that when she came back at London last year. She was the biggest star before her injury for the women's division. So, like, it just happens. Sometimes you don't get a video package. Sometimes you don't, not necessarily not deserve it. It's just, it's not worth the production.
Okay. We're just gonna move on to Tekla and Queen Aminata, because
God damn, did they have a match? They just had a match where they hit each other in the face. He's so dejected now. I don't know what I said was wrong. I genuinely have no idea.
Okay. Like
I'm just saying,
nope. We're not going to.
Giovanni Vinci would not have gotten a return vignette. He only got one because they were going to change his character.
We're not even going to talk about the fact, because I was going to do it and I stopped myself. That's fair. We're going to talk about it after the show, because I got some examples we're going to talk about after the show.
Fair enough.
But we had Thekla and Queen Aminata. Queen, I love you.
Yes,
I really wish you had to wrestle her, because I feel like you're so much better.
So much better. You know,
hold on.
Because I wish she didn't fight her. I'm glad they had the match. It was a great match. I wish it wasn't that match, because I would like to have seen Queen Aminata win. But Tekla wasn't going to lose that, her second match in, so I understand.
Yeah.
I'm okay with the match because it was a good match.
I would say, when I say better, I feel like you're so much better for the match type that they gave her, because she shouldn't have to job to Thekla.
Why do you keep saying job? Losing does not mean you're jobbing. You're just you could win with grace.
I know. I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry.
I feel like there was nothing wrong with how she lost. She had a hard-hitting match.
I'm cool losing.
You're allowed to lose when you're not the world champion, of course. Because I'm not going to get clipped out of context. If you're not the world champion, it's okay to lose, especially when you look good. But I mean, I don't think there was anything wrong with this. I kind of just.
I would like to call it jobbing to troll. But I don't think it was jobbing. I definitely don't think she should have lost, though. In all seriousness, I don't think she should have lost.
What about a draw? What if a 60-minute draw happened? Because Because then you keep it going, and then you get a best of 3.
No, I definitely think though that Queen Amna should be in the TBS title scene.
Facts,
because
but,
she
she's
should be in
not
the scene.
focused on that TBS title. Right? She's collecting belts, by the way. And, like, I think she's doing it more like to make fun of people like internet who keep talking about Mercedes collecting belts. She's not thinking about the TBS title right now. She is not worried. She's just collecting belts on her way off.
Exactly my point. So
Doesn't
she should
she
lose
have
it.
another title match Wednesday for the CMLL one?
I think so. Yeah.
I love
the
criticism for her was just like, she has all these belts. Why? And she's like, I'll add more, pussy. Like, I don't know. Yeah, no, she's not worried about the TBS title.
But she gotta lose it though.
She does. I feel.
I said like 2 shows ago, and you wanted to cuss me out, but she gotta lose it, bro.
Because you want her to lose before All In, and her belt collector thing is still going. That's the problem. She should lose it.
You're going to make me crash out, bro. Like I'm not gonna talk about it.
No, we're not. We're gonna talk about it after because I'm not doing it because we're already an hour into this thing. I'm not doing it anymore about it. We talked about it at length. She should lose the title, but she also has 8 of them now, I think, or 6, or she's going to get 6. So regardless. But I agree. I think if you're gonna make a new TBS champion, Willow's too good for it at this point. Chris is too good for it at this point. Queen Amana's in that perfect spot where she's super over with the crowd and stuff, and she can hold up the division without being the number 1 star in the company in the women's division for them. I think that's
we gotta start hashtag push Queen, because I like for the past year that I've been watching, she has been collectively improving every time I see her in the ring. Now,
I think
the
she's
match,
a phenomenal worker.
the match that she had with Thekla, though, it has some lackluster parts.
Well, of course.
Which it happens to everyone.
Yeah.
But I think we need to get to a point now where we gotta look at it and be like, all right, we have our quote unquote good soldiers. We need to start rewarding these people because
good soldiers, bro. Fine.
But that's what some of these wrestlers are in the dub though. Queen's a good soldier. Thunder Rosa's a good soldier. Yeah. Deanna Purrazzi is a good soldier.
Where has she been? Is she at Collision?
I think,
or is she just not on TV?
She's not on TV because I think she was hurt. I think, well, but I know she's in school too.
Yeah, I thought she graduated. I think that was like the first, not break, but like that was when she first started getting off TV. Was her like graduating? I don't know where she's been since. I saw her on a commercial for a college the other day, where it was like
I see her all this. I literally see her every day.
Okay, yeah,
I see her every day. Same commercial every day on TV.
Yeah, they love that commercial when I'm watching shit at work. I swear to God, but I'm still not paying taxes. Leave me alone. But yeah, no, I think Queen Amana is, and then you can also have that with Thekla where they're fighting over the TBS title.
Yeah, I say it all the time, bro. I say it all the time. We have the women to make great storylines for with the TBS title.
Yeah.
Excuse me, and the ABS the women's strap.
The ABS? What is that even? I'm
no. My mind, bro, is a Jamaican in me. I be thinking so fast. It should be it's a Jamaican in me.
Fair enough.
But I definitely we have the women to make these great storylines. For whatever reason, we're just so stuck on only having Tony hold the strap for whatever reason. I don't know. I love Mercedes. I love her. I want her to win all the strap. But now you're about to move to another stratosphere of getting the women's strap here very, very shortly. Oh, yeah. Bro, she gotta lose the goddamn TBS strap, because what are we holding it for? Because then what you want her? So with your logic,
7 belts money.
You want her to win the women's strap, the TBS strap, and then have her not lose the TBS strap before All In.
Yep.
So when's she gonna lose it?
Don't know.
When she's a champion?
Not my problem. Yeah, actually, because she'll start losing them one at a time. She'll like lose in Japan, and they'll be like, oh no, they should lose in Mexico. Oh no, because I think that's when she'll probably start losing those other belts when, I don't know, because it's other promotions.
Yeah, come on. I want to hear this, RJ. If she ain't going to lose it.
I'm still standing that she isn't getting pinned on AEW television for any AEW title until it's time for her to drop the women's title. Unless she loses that All In. Again. No, I'm not doing it again. I'm not clipping it again. We have clipped this and posted it 4 different times.
No, that's right. I'm going to tweet it and ask.
You can do a poll on Twitter. I'm not doing it.
No, I promise you I will, because it's absolutely crazy that you go think that Mercedes will hold the TBS, and I love her, but I think she needs to lose it so she has a reason to go harder and get the strap from Tony.
I think she wants all those belts for herself. And I don't think.
All right.
And the only reason why I definitely say that without any issues is because she keeps winning them. She has won 2 since she lost the New Japan one. I think it was the New Japan. Then she won another British title and then another independent one in the U.S. So yeah, they want her to hold them all. They want her to come out the Dynamite after All In covered in them. And I guarantee she'll probably start the show off the Wednesday after I want to say Double or Nothing after All In, and that's how they're gonna start the show. CEO 7 belts hitting the.
Why can't we have the same idea that you have, and she just doesn't have the TBS strap?
Because then it's 6 belts, and they're gonna do 7. I don't know. It really depends. Right, if she wins that world title on Wednesday, she's not losing nothing else. She's literally not. That should show. If she wins CMLL's women's belt right before, then why would she ever lose anything else? They're not gonna do that. Plus, also she represents 8 companies now. So yeah, no, she's not getting paid for shit. Not before.
RJ, just know, if we're in the same room right now, I would definitely tussle you.
That's crazy.
For the nonsense you've been spewing.
He just wants to touch me, I think.
So now we're gonna move on to the last thing.
Was there a last?
So we had.
Damn.
So we had Yuta. No, because he's just been always on combating me on some shit. We had Yuta talking to, in riddles, I would like to add, to Chris Statlander.
I love that.
He's talking in riddles, but he's letting her know, sign over to Death Row, baby. Hey, that's exactly what he said.
Sign over to Death Row is crazy.
That's what he said.
But true, yeah.
That's like, what he said.
He said, we're best friends, right? It's like, you bitch. Yuta. I love that, bro. I love that for Yuta. And also, Mina didn't look thrilled that he was talking to Chris Statlander, though.
You peeped that, too?
She looked like she was about to go snitch on him right there. I think Moxley might have a conversation with Yuta before All In about his loyalties. Because that did seem because the idea of trying to get Chris into the Death Riders, I like that. That's cool. But Mina kind of caught the tail end and was like, what you talking to her for? Where your loyalties lie?
Well, you gotta give it. Well, we gotta see where this story is because Chris wasn't too forceful on telling him like, bro, back up. She wasn't too forceful to tell him like, bro, I ain't trying to hear none of that because she could have walked away at any given time and he'd be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna catch you on another time. Yep. But she sat there and listened to every word he said, and he made sure he hung on almost every word and spoke in riddles to let her know if you come to the winning side, baby, you ain't gonna be feeling like this no more. And he caught her when she's in a moment of despair, a moment of thinking about everything that happened between her and Willow dissing her and pretty much telling her, bitch, I ain't trying to fuck with you no more.
Facts. Whatever my queen says stays. So yeah, fun.
And Chris has been trying to get Willow's good side for weeks now, and Willow's been saying and Chris has really been like struggling with accepting the no, and you just grimy his little ass is really gonna try and get her to come over to the dark side, and I think that'll be another women's tag team that we have for the women's tag teams about
Mina and Chris.
Give it time.
I mean,
give it time.
They're hard hitting. It depends. Because also, are they gonna do Willow Chris again at All In? I feel like they might.
Nope.
I'm not for it either because I think they should take a break from each other. But I think.
Nope. Don't even put it in there, bro. Don't even put it in there. I'm not gonna let.
When Chris cheats to beat Willow at All In and then Mina and her embrace or something, I don't know. I wonder how we get there. Because, like, Mina doesn't wrestle very often. The Chris Statlander turn. Like, where does she help the Death Riders at? Because it won't be to help with Hangman. I will teleport to Texas.
Why not?
Because Hangman's walking out of Texas with that fucking AEW World Title. That's why.
Okay, that doesn't mean Chris can't still help to try and cheat so Hangman could lose.
Damn, Death Riders suck if they're cheating and still losing. That sucks, dude.
Okay, that's why we got Chris. Like, Chris is trying to help. Mina comes down like, hey, what are you doing? They like. When she first gets in, they're not gonna get along.
Oh,
that causes
Chris starts to come out. Willow tackles her on the ramp, dude, and then it doesn't know if she's with the Death Riders or not. Like, why was Chris even out there?
You see the vision.
Ugh.
But we don't have them fight though.
Facts. Well, no, you have them scrap, but don't have them wrestle.
Yeah,
don't give them a match.
We
have them scrap on the ramp and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like that just leads to another match though, because they probably do that.
And then maybe.
Or whatever.
like in between from now until All In, Willow she gets the tail end of the same shit that Mina did, but with Chris now speaking to either Yuta or Mina, and Will's like, bro, what you doing? Just to ask, and Chris like, don't worry about it, because back then you didn't want me. Now I'm hot, you all on me. I don't want none of that.
It's so interesting because we don't know what post All In looks like. Like, let's say we get what I want, where it's an Avengers level, Death Riders versus the babyfaces of AEW. Moxley loses, and Death Riders, they don't really scurry up, but like, what do they do after? Do they just terrorize the roster without the world title? Does Yuta lose Moxley almost the same way he lost Danielson, but this time it's because Moxley leaves out of shame for a few weeks? What does Yuta do post Death Riders? But what do Death Riders do post All In is the real question. Which is so interesting to me. That's why I'm so excited.
This is easy. We literally see Yuta and John. They already have a little tension, and we have Claudio's is a right hand man for John. Mm-hmm. What's going to happen is some has to happen at All In, or Yuta fucks up some way somehow, and usually like, damn, shouldn't have done that. Mm-hmm. John's gonna get in his face. Why you do that? Da 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 da.
But Psycho knee.
Listen.
But Psycho needed John Moxley. Swerve stuff for the top. Buckshot lariat. Oh, dude,
I'm telling you, we can make something happen. But Chris, I feel like her joining Death Riders would be A-okay though.
Fair enough. That is fair enough. I think that's how we end this episode though. This has been going on for too long. We've already got like an hour and a half of footage I gotta now go through.
No. I was just saying, we talked about a lot. TTR fam, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all. With a featuring of Mama RJ coming through at the very end. I love it here. But I want to say, everyone, thank you for watching like each and every week. Thank you for commenting, liking, and please subscribe to us. RJ, take us out.
Yeah, people, I love it. We appreciate it. We're going to be covering All In. We're going to be covering AEW up to and past All In. We're excited to go on this journey with you. Super excited to see what All In looks like by itself. Mm-hmm. I'm really excited to see what the future and the landscape of AEW looks like post All In. And with all that being said, guys, I appreciate you for watching. Remember to like, subscribe. If you sat through this, man, I appreciated you. I didn't expect it to go this long. But a 4-hour show, you kind of got to hit a little longer on that time limit. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. We will see ya. Mm-hmm. We freaking see ya.
Hell yeah.